Review of some of your products and the process involved.
All right. So today we actually saw the process of tamarind chutney being made, and
You'll see. Yeah.
yeah, and it's a process.
I realize that
From start to finish, there are steps involved that we take pride in to ensure that the customer receives the best quality possible. It includes proper management of the process and documentation and traceability, so that if anything goes wrong, there is always a way we can trace it back and find the source of the problem, right? That's something we take pride in at Chataka. Our workers, they are HACCP informed and trained, and they also had better processing control guidance, so they are certified to handle the process making of these products. Today we saw tamarind chutney being made, and we're talking about from start to finish, the tamarind must be pulped. From pulping the tamarind, we then go to the cooking process. The cooking process is where we blend together the recipe of the different ratios and all of the ingredients that you would need to make this final product in a vat, basically. We call it a kettle.
Okay.
Right? So inside of that kettle is where we would have all of the ingredients being cooked, and then it will be pumped into a holding bay, where it is then commenced in the bottling process.
Oh, okay.
So the bottling process then entails a production line of employees, and from filling the bottle to topping up the bottle to ensuring that the customer gets value for their money, right? To securing the bottle correctly with a hermetic seal and ensuring that there is no moisture being able to get in there. And all of this must be done during a certain time and at a certain temperature.
Oh.
And this is to meet FDA standards and ensure that the product is FDA approved and it could be accepted into all markets.
Okay.
Yeah. We also had in the tour, we also visited one of our packaging rooms where we saw, actually, Ravi, you got a chance to operate the machine.
Yes, I did.
How was that?
It was good. It was fun.
It's plenty of work. You had to multitask.
It's fun. I enjoyed it.
All right. So, from procuring the raw material to then being able to load the machines and then operating the machines, it is a step-by-step process that requires a lot of scheduling, time, and thankfully we have the capable employees who work side by side, and they are skilled, they are trained to operate these machines. So in that process, we have the machine that would have been packaging a certain size of the product. At that point, we would then maintain a random check to ensure that the weight is being properly distributed by the machine. Again, to ensure that the customer receives proper value for their money, right? And furthermore, we actually visited the milling room. And there you actually got to see
That's the one with the burners?
Yes.
Yes.
So the spices, the seeds have to actually be roasted, and that enhances the flavors. It brings out the earthy and rich oils in the product that would then add to the aroma of the final product, the aroma and taste of the final product. So part of that roast, after the roasting process is completed, it is then batched out and made available to the mills that would then grind these seeds to make the final product, which is curry. From that point, it is stored into bins until it is time for packaging, and then it will go into a machine similar to the saffron machine for packaging into the final product.
Okay. I remember sometime in our communicating, you would have mentioned that you would like to see people buying your product separated and grinding and blending their curry together. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, we actually encourage our customers to not only buy our blended spice lines, but to research these spices, because not only do these spices are used for cooking, but they also have a lot of health benefits, right? So spices.
Tell me about that. I'm into health. Tell me about that. What are some of the benefits of some of the blended spices?
Coming to my mind, I know about methi. I'm seeing it right there. Methi, otherwise known as fenugreek, is a seed that when ground and consumed is good for health benefits concerning the intestines, and the liver, right? I mean, there are food scientists involved in this process who definitely add more value than me when it comes to that. But I mean, spices on the whole are used to promote your health.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So curry is actually good for you guys. It's healthy.
Remember, too much of something is never too good, right? Because you know what, you want to be able to, your body must be able to handle it. I don't want to encourage someone to try something that would then internally, right?
True.
But you know, it's something definitely to look into, to research. There's a lot of information that you could find that will be beneficial to you.
And so for instance, if I wanted to use, like I wanted to research some stuff about the different blends and blend them together, could we get it for sale from you guys? Separated, the different blends?
Yeah. We offer each of the seeds that we showed inside of that bowl there, the magic bowl of seeds of spices. We have them available in ready to go sizes where you can then make your own blends of curry at home.
Oh,
yeah,
that is really unique.
Yeah,
I like that.
I mean, you also have the option to store them so that when you're cooking traditional Indian food or even Indian food from India, whatever restaurant Indian food, you add each spice individually to achieve the flavors.
That might actually be really interesting. I would like to try that because I'm in the process of learning to cook as well.
Right.
So instead of just adding the blended curry that everybody is accustomed to.
Have you met Siddhi?
Yes. Yes, I did.
She's the one to advise you more.
Cool. Gotcha. Okay, guys. So that brings us to the end of this segment, a trip to Chatak for Diwali. Vinayak, thank you so much for teaching us so much about curry.
Sir.
I had no idea about all these things that happens in the process of curry, and I'm definitely going to appreciate curry more. And that is Chatak curry. All right? Bodo! Earlier on, we were at Chatak's Food Factory. Now we are at Chatak's Food Kitchen. And I'm going to learn to cook curried aloo, chana, mango, and who knows, I might probably develop some kind of chutney pumpkin or something, I don't know. But right about now, to help me do so, I am going to learn to cook with one of the Caribbean's top recipe developers. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Siddhi Sankar. Thank you for being here and making time.
Thank you, Ravi.
To teach me to cook. I'm so excited. What are we cooking?
We are making chana and aloo, mango takari, and
Chutney pumpkin. Just get it.
fry sahina.
Fry sahina.
Right? So let's get straight in. Right here, I already have my pot preheating, and just gonna raise that heat up, and we're gonna go straight in with a simple curry dish.
Okay, cool.
So we're gonna start with about two tablespoons of oil. We're just gonna eyeball that, right? A tablespoon is about.
I'm an average man, don't worry.
Right.
Someone want to stop, right?
Keep going. Okay, stop.
That is not 2 tablespoons, that's about 10 tablespoons.
No
But
boy.
anyway.
Now you have to remember that oil is something that will carry the flavor throughout the dish. And this is chana and aloo, and curry needs that little bit of oil to really soak in the flavors of the spices. So our first ingredient going into our pot is methi or fenugreek. And of course we're using Chatak methi.
Chataks.
Nice. And we're just going to add about a teaspoon of methi to that. You can eyeball that too. There we go. Lovely. And methi is also known as fenugreek, and it has a lot of antiseptic properties. So as our methi begins to change, and when it becomes that lovely caramel color, that's when we're going to go in with our other ingredients. Now that we have reached the point where the methi has come to color, we're going to add just about 1 cup of chopped onions. We have that there. And we have those lovely sliced onions. Just go straight into the pot with that.
Does this one, we have to kind of like, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, not that bad.
It's not too bad. Then we have 1 heaping tablespoon of garlic. You can add all of that in.
Oh.
Yep. Right. We have some pimento peppers already chopped. Go in with all of that. Like I said, flavoring the oil is the most important part of a dish. I have some chopped seasoning or shadow beni here.
Shadow beni.
Yeah, just going.
Yeah.
As well as some hot pepper. So do you eat a lot of pepper?
I love pepper.
Okay, so just go straight in.
Should I just put like half?
I love pepper too, and I mean...
I'll put half to be safe because other people have to eat too now.
Right.
And what is this?
This is Chatak's green seasoning. So this is their fresh green seasoning, and we're going to use that a little bit later on. So cool. Ravi, take on the pot spoon and just give that a nice stir. So we talked about flavoring the oil, and this base is traditionally called a puran, burning the onion, garlic, and all these lovely aromatics. Again, is flavoring the oil and forming a nice rich base to our curry dish.
It looks rich.
It is. And you'll start to get that pepper coming up. And you know, a traditional curry dish is nothing without a pot knock. And I know you're just itching to knock that pot.
Yes.
So go ahead, Ravi, knock the pot.
Yes.
Now, Ravi, we're going to go in with our actual curries. So today we're using Chatak's loose curry powder, Chatak's saffron powder or turmeric powder, as well as Chatak's spicy curry masala. So eyeball just about 1 teaspoon. We're going straight into the pot with that curry, right?
You just tell me when to stop.
Right, so that's just about 1.5 teaspoons generous curry. Let's go in with spicy curry masala. So 1 teaspoon, okay, Ravi, 1 teaspoon. Right. Hold up there. So Rav, at this point in time, we're adding Chatak turmeric powder, and this is going to give a really nice, rich color to our curry. So go ahead and like 1 teaspoon.
Is that fine?
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so now we're going to begin frying this curry, and we really want this curry to cook well. So take your spoon and just stir it up. Right, so Rav, you would realize that your curry is starting to cook very well. It's going to start to stick to the bottom of the pot. And there are 2 ways we can go. We can add water to this curry and let it cook more, or we go straight in with our vegetables. Oh, okay. Today we're going to go straight in with our vegetables. And why we're going to do that is because we want the curry to cook with those vegetables and really impart all its flavor to the vegetables. So I have there 2 cups of whole chana, soaked, boiled in salted water with baking powder. Oh. And the reason why we put a little bit of baking powder is just to help that chana get soft. So go straight into the pot with that.
Okay, here we go. Chana na 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 na. Chana na 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 na.
And I'm gonna give this a mix. And because our chana...
That looks yummy already.
It does, it really does. And because our chana is already boiled, we're going to go straight in with our potatoes. So bring that in. And you're going to try to separate the potatoes from that water. Right? When you separate the potatoes from that water, a little bit will still come in. And it's going to give you that shh that you're looking for. So you go ahead. Right, and let me get some of that potato water inside of here as well.
Oh, good thing you said that. I was about to try.
Go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Very good, lovely. You didn't get your shh because I lowered on the fire, sorry. It will come in just now. At this point in time, we're going to turn our ingredients inside of our pot, and we're going to let this steam just a little bit. We know that it's time to add more water, salt, and other ingredients when the bottom of the pot starts to stick with that curry. Now, what's going to happen is that the spices that we have there are going to start to infuse into those ingredients, the chana, the aloo, and everything else. So we're going to cover it just ever so slightly and allow this to cook. Now, steaming this chana and aloo in this fashion, this is a technique that I use because Covering the pot allows the pressure to build.
Yeah.
Allowing the pressure to build inside the pot is going to allow those pores in the potato and the chana to open up and really soak in those flavors. And that's exactly what you want in a chana and aloo dish. So allow this to cook for 2 to 3 minutes, and then we go in with some more seasonings, some water, salt, and we allow this to cook very well until the aloo is tender. Meanwhile, we're going to start with our mango curry.
Sidhi, thank you so much for your time and teaching me how to cook these stuff. I mean, I never thought I would I never entertained the thought that I would do these things.
Right, entertaining the thought, but now you can entertain people with this food, right?
Yeah, going to feed everybody.
So
I have a catering company now. Okay, guys, let's eat.
Definitely.
That was real good. You did good. You did real good.